weapon from the uncle. I'm hoping for bombs. I love the bomb start.
Oh, I'm the cruel one. I want to see Berna.
You're a mean person. Oh my god.
Yes, I am.
You know, I met you like 5 seconds ago, and I already don't like you. Berna, of course, is the most frustrating of the starting weapons because not only is it like really annoying to kill things with it, you have very limited resources in which to do so, making farming for bombs very difficult. I'm getting spoiled by Twitch chat over here. Oh no, it's a boat. Okay, we're good.
The archer class. This is gonna be a fun one.
Yeah,
So
the boat.
Oh, go ahead.
I was saying it's only 1 arrow to kill any green guard and 2 arrows to kill any blue guard, and only 4 for the ball and chain guard, meaning you're gonna have tons of arrows left over for farming for bombs, in addition to any arrows you might pick up, like Mathril did right there.
Correct. So so for those of you who normally don't play standard mode, whatever weapon you get from the uncle will give you its maximum capacity. So in this case, the bow gave us a quiver of 30 arrows. If we were to get the bombs, we would have gotten a bomb bag of 10 bombs. And if we would have gotten any of the magical items, we would have gotten a full bar of magic.
So one of the big aspects of standard escape is that you need bombs to get to the last 3 chests in the back of the sewers. So you might see our runners killing extra guards on the way, just hoping to get that bomb drop. Not finding any bombs is not the worst thing that can happen, unless the only accessible gloves are in the back, in which case you'd have to go all the way through the escape again. But that almost never happens.
Right, almost never happens.
Certainly not to
How many times has that happened to me? I ran out of fingers.
I try to avoid standard if I can.
Standard has its own.
Mathril gets our first bomb, so she's gonna be pretty safe here on out. She won't have to kill anything extra.
Yep. So we definitely know that the bombs are in the prize pack, so which is good.
Yeah, and the prize packs are completely RNG. Not only like what items are in the prize pack, but the order that they're in there, and whether or not it even drops when you kill something. And Runner Watcher also gets a bomb off that green guard. Lucky
There
him.
we go. And 300 rupees in Zelda's chest. So that's going to make Kakariko very, very nice. And in the worst case scenario, if they don't find bombs, well, they got enough money to get the bomb.
Yeah, definitely. Having bombs for Kakariko is very important. The worst part about the bomb farm, though, is when you've killed so many things and you still don't have bombs, because in addition to not being able to get those chests, you've spent so much time killing all these things and getting nothing for it. Like, it would have been better to just not kill anything, which you might see some runners do. Just assume that it's not gloves in the back and come back later.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to cut your loss, unfortunately, but you never know. Might work out, and there might actually just be nothing back there, and you never come back.
Yeah, like any other item location, it's usually nothing. But sometimes it is.
Usually nothing, except for the one time it is, and then... Oh, I didn't go get that. Oops.
So we currently have Yetsant Kicks in the lead here by just a hair over Julin Ninja, making their way into the first dark room.
And another piece of information about standard mode, you notice how they have the light cone. This is standard only. They will have the light cone until the rain state is done, which is when they return Zelda to the sanctuary. After that, it goes pitch black.
All right, the rope's paying off big. Every runner now has a bomb. You don't have to worry about that anymore. Yeah, apparently Zelda has her own lamp, but you can't borrow it.
Well, how else do you think she explored the sewers? And she knows where everything is. Alright, let's take a look and see what's in these 3 chests back here.
Was it worth?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, pretty worth. That's pretty worth. Oh my god. So this is the exact situation that you really wanted to avoid happening if you didn't find any bombs. Gloves in the back.
Now it's dependent on where that other glove is.
So of course every runner on the restream did get gloves or did get a bomb on through the escape, but there's other people in the race who may not have been so lucky.
Yes, that is true. And as a note, we are only watching 4 of the runners in this race.
I just feel for everybody. Alright, Yutsan 6, Runner Watcher, and Julin Ninja making it out of the escape. Map roll right behind.
That was a very fast map check. I did see a green pendant at Hera. There we go. Blue pendant at Pod and a blue crystal at Desert. I'm sorry, I said Pod. I'm at Eastern.
Yeah, Eastern. The other bow dungeon.
Well, Eastern Palace, and there is a dark room.
Basically the same.
No?
Basically. It looks like our first 3 runners are all going straight to Lost Woods. No Aga check. And our tier 2 pull was only hearts. Not very helpful.
Nope. So, when you say a tier 2 tree pull, what do you mean by that?
So pulling the tree can give you 3 sets of rewards, tier 1, 2, and 3. Tier 1 is when you've killed anywhere between 1 and 3 enemies. Tier 2 is when you've killed at least 4 enemies and have taken damage, and tier 3 when you've killed 4 enemies and taken no damage. And in Randomizer, they are independently shuffled, meaning that the hardest one to get to could have the worst prize, or vice versa. So coming out of the escape, you've definitely killed at least 4 enemies, and almost definitely have taken damage, so it'll nearly always be a tier 2 pull.
Alright. So, Aghanim is unfortunately not required, at least for its item at Lumberjack. That was just a big 20. We have an ice rod and a shovel in Blind's hut.
We made a moon pearl on the bottle merchant.
And a moon pearl on the merchant? This is a pretty good Kakariko.
Yutansic's taking the gamble that there's just going to be bombs in the well here, instead of going down and buying some like Runner Watcher did.
Let's see if it pays out.
No. Feels bad.
Now the question, was it worth it?
So that's a pretty, it's not like the biggest time loss, but it is a time loss to have to double dip the well like this. It's not a terrible gamble, like there's so many 3 bomb packs in the pool in these 4 item locations, like Blind's Hideout in the well. It's pretty likely you'll find bombs.
And $1. So I think the only thing we would really love to be able to find, like, right now would be a bottle, just so we can get the sick kid out of the way, but I believe we've already exhausted everything in Kakariko.
Yeah, bottle's one of the big reasons you might see people starting in a different area of the world than Kakariko, because it is really nice to turn in sick kid while you're here the first time. But, Kakariko is one of those locations you're going to be revisiting several times throughout the course of a run. So unless Sick Kid is locking something you really need right now, it's typically not a big deal to come here first.
No. Just so many checks.
Yeah, there's several.
I think, what is it? It's like, what, 13? I think?
5 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, yeah. Plus the race game. I guess we might count it with their
13 with 14 with the race game, and knowledge of 15 with the library. 16 if you have a bottle.
Yeah,
17 if you have and 17 if you have the hammer and magic powder.
It's definitely one of the most dense item locations in the game. So Kakariko is one of a few locations throughout the whole game where you can be assured that every single player in every single race will be coming here, unless they're crazy. And I've seen crazy people before. I've never seen it pay off. Oh, what was it? I missed it.
That was a hammer.
Hammer on the library. So,
well, looks like we're having a
probably early boots, but not necessarily. There's a lot of places you can get throughout the game without a hammer.
Oh, Boots cannot be in Turtle Rock. Boots cannot be. Oh, yeah, Turtle Rock is the only dungeon you can outright just kill out.
3 of our runners opting to check the race game blind. This is a gamble I personally love to do, although I think it's more common for people to check it first.
All right, so we have a little bit of divergence here. We got. Oh no, never mind.
It's like everyone's going to turn in the shovel. The standard play after this is to go to Eastern, but not everybody is as comfortable with those dark rooms, especially when you don't have a sword to help guide your way. So we might see somebody go South Shore as well.
I was gonna say, I think I would value South Shore over that single arrow. I think I would value South Shore over Eastern personally, just because we know that Eastern is not in the logic, but it is completable.
Yeah, like bringing a bottle to Kakariko, there are things you might find on South Shore that makes the trip into Eastern even better, and vice versa. Things in Eastern might make the trip to South Shore even better. So, but, at this point in the game, I'm pretty sure everyone's going to do both locations, so what order you do them in is mostly just, your own personal preference. And looks like everybody has decided to go South Shore. Oh, because Eastern's a pendant, that's why.
That too. All right, we got $20 inside the dam. What's on the outside? Ooh, ether coin.
Wow, that would be so helpful if we had like 10 more items.
Yeah.
Maybe later though.
Yeah, you never know.
Matthew are also doing the race game blind. That's so weird. I almost never see anybody do it blind, and all 4 of our runners did so.
Yeah, that's becoming a choice now. I mean, it's valid.
They may feel like they needed to do it blind because, even with the gloves and Moon Pearl, you don't really feel that great after that Kakariko. Like, the bow doesn't do anything in logic. The shovel is a fetch quest. The ice rod does nothing.
Nice dispatch of the mini mole cape by Runner Watcher.
Oh no, it's the bits.
Well, we have Dark World access at
and there's
13
that
minutes in.
For Kakariko.
It's like, what do we do now? Oh boy, a lot of stuff open.
So with the mitts and the Moon Pearl, that means I can't get to the Dark World without that hammer on the library. So it may be a while before we end up finding boots.
I'm gonna go ahead and say it now because I'm the cruel mistress here. Hammer, boots on ped. Boots on ped. Let's.
As long as they're not in like Hype Cave.
Right.
Hammerlock behind Hype Cave is actually really gross.
And I'm also saying that because we love watching long runs, because the more longer the run, the more Zelda we have.
Jula Ninja didn't get the back of Escape? Oh, I guess I missed that. I thought all of our runners found bombs. Maybe he forgot?
No, he had a bomb. I don't know what he did. That's what...
I've done that before.
He missed his bomb.
Wow, really? I cannot believe I missed that. That's really unfortunate. It's not too hard to do, just throw it from a little too far away. All right, Runner Watcher going straight to the Dark World. We have a pendant
Oh,
on
boots
Pod,
can't be on ped.
and our 2 medallion dungeons are the red crystals. So very unlikely we're gonna have something on Pyramid Fairy. I think it would have to be like hookshot or flippers, if it was that at all. Runner Watcher not interested in doing the Skull Woods dive, which is a little unusual. I feel like most people with mid Dark World access would go straight to Skull Woods.
Yep, and we have somebody
no matter
in
where
chat,
you go.
I was gonna say we have somebody in chat pointing out a very good thing. Thank goodness the uncle had the bow, because the bow could have been in Ganon's tower.
So the uncle having the bow like that early in the seat, it really makes me think there's probably going to be something in Pod. They currently don't have logical access to East Dark World, in which case, but it is sequence breakable with a bomb jump into a fake flipper. We call that the Kern jump. I don't know if we'll see anybody do that today though.
Yeah, right now I wouldn't see anybody doing it. There's just, in my opinion, not enough value.
I would do it in a heartbeat. For
sure,
pendant pod, yeah. Like it being a pendant dungeon, right? Meaning I don't necessarily need to ever kill this boss, and if I just go over there right now, I can get everything except that boss, and I'd probably get it way earlier than everybody else. So, like, say if Boots were over there, you know, I'd put myself in a really good position.
Did you see what was in Skull Woods?
I didn't.
Look what Julon has equipped. He has a hook shot.
My gosh. And a sword on Dick game for Runner Watcher.
Sword. Hey, that Ether Medallion can be used now.
So that dip into Skull Woods, like I was saying before, I really enjoy doing that dip in the situation where you don't have the hammer, because no matter where you go from here, you're going somewhere where you wish you had more stuff. So it makes sense to me to make sure that you do everything that you possibly can while you go, just in case, you know, that the hammer is locked behind something. Like, say, Boots were in Skull Woods or some situation like that.
Here's a first for me. We're getting a blacksmith We're getting a blacksmith tour at 17 minutes. You do not get to say that often.
I don't recall. Did Runner Watcher even go into Thieves Town?
I don't believe so. No.
That's also an unusual play, because the first 4 checks in Thieves Town are actually, like, they're really efficient, very quick, and the double dip hurts very, very little. That's why you see Santix doing it now.
Yeah, I think part of that is knowing where the hammer is probably one factor in that. Math Girl sequence breaking the hobo under the bridge.
Hype Cave, not very hype.
Not so hype. So Math Girl is exploiting a minor glitch called the fake flippers. The game checks to see when you do a screen transition. It checks when you hop into the water that if you have the flippers, so you can swim. However, if you can do that on the exact same frame that you do a screen transition, the screen transition takes over that check, and then you are put into an infinite wet swimming state. Be warned, though, if you get hit, not in randomizer, but if you do this in the vanilla game and you get hit, you end up soft locking. Randomizer, at least, they were like, oh, okay, let's fix that so that it just kills you outright.
It's a pretty valuable sequence break throughout Randomizer.
Yes.
As long as there's nothing on the ledge, which there isn't, so Math Girl's going to be fine.
No, nothing on the ledge.
Except for how Math Girl does not have enough rupees for this check.
Oh no!
Math Girl, no! Yet Sand6 actually going to the back of Thieves Town. This is not a crazy call. The big chest doesn't necessarily have an item. It could have the small key locking itself, or it could even have just a map or a compass.
Yeah, that is true.
I'm honestly at this point, I'm much more concerned for Yasansic's health value than whether or not there's progression here. These grasshoppers are mean.
Yep, I think it's 2 hearts of damage on green male.
Yes, it is. So you can see he's playing it very safe in here. Oh, it takes 2 arrows to kill
Oh,
him.
wow! I was like, alright, how many arrows is it gonna take? And I was like, oh, I did not expect 2. Alright, let's see what's behind Saha. Money and health.
And even if Yasansix manages to get all the way to blind,
Oh.
which he didn't, he died, but even if he managed to get all the way to blind, he can't kill blind right now.
No, he cannot.
So this is a very big gamble for him to come back here at all. Oh, we had a fairy. We're good.
Yeah. Well, it does set up the room, though, so... And also, we have a note here. We have found all 4 bottles. I think. Yeah. Did we?
Safety seeds are safe.
2, 3... No, I think we're only at 3. I don't think we skipped one yet. Lots of gear.
Runner Watcher and Mathro going into Eastern. This is a check that they didn't want to do before, but it looks better and better and better after doing that South Dark World checks.
Mm-hmm. And Julian is going to be
going up
walking.
the mountain.
Yes, he is. Escorting an old man through the darkness.
Yeah, Julian being the only one of our runners to dip into Skullwoods and getting that hook shot, he wants that to pay off big.
And it can. Especially if the boots are on the right side of Death Mountain, on East Death Mountain. Oh!
Nice can on the old man. Everyone's going to get that eventually, though. It's old man's not really a check you're going to skip.
That is true. Just knowing that that's lamp locked is kind of an interesting tidbit for me.
Yeah, as far as logic goes, the only things we currently have accessible are Agina and Zora. I think that's everything, and whatever else is in Eastern and on Blind. Blind is in logic, I believe.
Yes.
Oh no, he's not, because the key was in the big chest.
Oh, that means he's in logic.
That means he's not in logic. He's locked behind the hammer.
No, the small key can lock itself in its chest, because you need the small key to get into the room.
The small key can lock itself in the chest, but because it did so, the game protects you from being able to steal the small key that you normally use to go up the attic to open that door. So you would logically have to have the hammer to get yourself out of that soft lock. So in this particular case, Blind is locked behind the hammer. I know that made no sense because I'm bad at explaining it, but please trust me.
I'll take it with a grain of salt, and by the way, Runner found some boots in Eastern.
Well,
and he just found the silvers.
That's pretty nice. So Yasansix picks up his sword. I wonder if he'll go back to Blind. I doubt it. I do doubt it, though.
So we know this is probably not going to be anything useful in Paradox. I mean, there might be an item or two, but it's not going to lead to anything major. Oh, and silver's and a fire rod locked by the boots. Wow.
Were the boots lamp locked? No, they weren't. I see Matt going into the dark room now. Okay, so that means Blind isn't logic because they have access to the hammer.
So that's 3 items locked by the boots. That is a rarity.
It's actually really nice for our runners, though, because they're going to run out of checks and be bottlenecked by those boots pretty quick. So you expect everybody to find them eventually. Gosh, he's so fast!
god. And Flute was also in Thieves
Spiral?
Town. No, Thieves.
And Thieves Town. Oh, right. Oh, that's nice. So we have done nothing behind the lamp yet.
Myers in Logic, by the way. Anyone fancy a 25-minute Meyer dip?
Well, I guess the Cadence of Maria isn't, though, right? Because of the
Oh,
lamp.
that's true. Yeah, lamp.
Watch lamp be in Maya or something.
Oh god, yeah. Required double. Yeah, logical required double dip. Oh, that's
Right.
true. Yeah, I should say it's a 33% chance we can do Meyer. We don't know exactly what we need yet.
So Runner Watcher decides now that he has the hammer, he's going to go into Thieves Town for the first time. He'll be very happy that he wasn't burned by these first 4 chests, which could have easily locked that hammer.
Yep. Yeah, see, I can see not coming in here without the hammer, knowing where it's at, because the chances pretty good that the boots aren't in here, but at the same time,
Yeah,
it's
I definitely
randomizer, you never.
I don't mind not full clearing it, but not even checking the first 4 I thought was kind of a bigger gamble than he needed to make.
All right,
Lamp and Hookshot Cave.
We are going to be on the lookout for a Bombos medallion. Oh, flippers.
The boots are so nice for Thieves Town. So many of these rooms have really great dashing strats you can use, especially this one right here. Nice God Pixel from Runner Watcher.
Nice.
Julian Ninja is now effectively bottlenecked, like we were saying before, so he will make his way into Eastern and get those boots.
Yep. I'm just trying to think where I would go next.
For which runner? They all have different items.
I know, that's the problem. It's like thinking, like, knowing what we know, I know exactly where I would go next. As unorthodox as it sounds, I would go to Meyer.
Well, for Runner Watcher, I'm thinking I definitely want to go to Skullwoods after this. It's right next to me. I haven't been there at all yet, and it's completely in Logic.
Yep, and clearable, because Fire Rod.
Yeah, the only question mark on Runner Watcher's side is how comfortable he is or isn't with the Mothula fight without a better sword. But knowing Runner Watcher, he's not going to have any problems if he decides to go there.
Well, this is going to be a fun blind fight. 3.5 hearts.
Sansix really doesn't want to go to Easter. Getting an Agina cave check for us. So Runner Watcher is employing what we call the blind script. Or he was until he made a mistake right there. So now he's freeballing it. So never mind. Oh. Hitboxes, what are those?
Well, I should say, realize, it's still a script. It's just not the script that we're used to.
That's true.
And Runner Watcher has the first crystal on board.
Yasansix is making his way to the mire area with that flute he got from Thieves Town. He still needs to go to Easter to get those boots, but he'll get us some more info. Which medallion might be required here for Mire?
Yep, this will give us all the information we need, and it's Ether. So, hi, Mire Dip anyone?
You know, it's so early in the seed, but I think it's time to start cataloging what we need for Go mode.
We have that list, actually. We had a member in our chat actually give it.
Bombos. And
we need
mirror,
mirror, and bomb, and a sword. And a sword.
And a sword. Okay, so 3 items from Go mode. For no mode, anyway. Each of our runners is still missing some of the pieces.
Oh, yeah.
Runner Watcher gets his hookshot, though, so he is definitely the closest. Julian picks up his fire rod.
Oh. Super Mateo in chat does point out book. Book is a question mark item right now because while it is required technically to get into desert, if we get the mirror, we have the backdoor entrance to desert.
Yeah, when we're talking about what we need for Go mode, typically we're meaning like the minimum required stuff. So since we need the mirror for Swamp, we don't really consider the book a part of it. But you know, the book can lead to the mirror or to any other progression item. So it's definitely a possibility.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we should mention that with an asterisk, obviously.
So Runner Watcher is on his way to Mothula, but he's not doing so good on the heart situation. I think he has a fairy?
Yes, I believe he does.
So he should be fine.
He might take it. I was gonna say he might. Yeah.
You know, after getting hit by that fire snake, I think
I would take a death warp. Well,
although
if he's not taking the death warp, he has the fairy, so that tells me he has a fairy.
It's a little light on
magic is low.
Yeah. He has enough, but he has to get this. Oh no, he doesn't have enough. Rip. You gotta go back. He'll need 3 shots to get all that.
Unless one of the Gibdos decides to drop magic, but that's not a gear. That's more than enough.
He has plenty now, yeah. Julian also going through Skullwoods instead of Thieves Town. He had already been here and got his hook shot, so he's just here to finish it up and get that last item.
Alright, so we got 2 fire rod shots and then either hammer or sword spins. And this is fine.
Contrary to popular belief, walking into Mothula does not hurt him.
But if you run at him with a pointy object, it hurts him.
It doesn't make him feel bad, though, so maybe he'll be nice to you.
Maybe.
Alright, switching to hammer strats, not a bad call.
Squash the bug.
You really want Mothula to be like farther down on the screen to hit him with the hammer, though. Upswings are very difficult.
Yeah, upswings are difficult, he says, as he gets a perfect shot.
Runner Watcher has no problem with those upswings.
And a big key. And the second crystal.
Mothula says, go fetch. Do you recall where the flippers were?
Flippers were in... Right? No, I don't. One second.
I think it was Hookshot.
Hookshot. Yeah, Hookshot third. Oh.
Runner Watcher save and quits. He doesn't care about the second item. He's not willing to go to the big chest.
That's gutsy.
It is pretty gutsy. It is really annoying to have to walk out of that room after getting the bridge chest. So I can see where he's coming from, but I don't know if I have the cojones for something like that.
Well, he might actually be. He might be doing. He might be going the backdoor route again after activating the flute, I believe.
So we already got one item in Skull Woods, which was the hook shot. So the runners had to go to the back to find the second item, but the only thing they found there was the big key, meaning that the second item is going to be in that big chest. And instead of going back for it, Runner Watcher saved and quit and flew away. Julin Ninja is going back for it though, so he'll tell us if it's going to burn him or not. Burn Runner Watcher.
All right, seems legit.
Runner Watcher hits the mire area. It's not the craziest thing to go into mire right now, but it's pretty crazy. So I don't think he'll do it.
Well, not really. I mean, he's getting the information. He's getting the intel he needs, which he's like, oh, I can do mire, except I don't have Samaria.
It's very tempting to go in there because everything in the dungeon is in logic except for the boss. But with the mountain available, both light and dark world Death Mountain, I imagine that he would rather do that.
Agreed.
Which is exactly what he's going to do. So he'll fight his Samaria right away. Unless he skips the old man. Oh my god. Runner Watcher, why?
Well, to be fair, old man is not in logic. He doesn't have the lamp.
But it's right there.
But it's right there. We know. Ooh, thank you, Captain, for giving us our pedestal hype index.
I can only hope that Runner Watcher is aware that he's skipping it and that it wasn't just a mistake. Like, this might just be a calculated gamble on his part. It is like a few different screen transitions. You have to go through a dark room. Like, it's a lot slower check than most of the other things he's going after over here. But if it's just a mistake and he meant to do it, he may not be aware that he didn't do it at all until the next time he tries to save and quit. And he doesn't see that mountain cave.
And YT going into pod.
I really like the pod play in this seed with that early bow. It makes it very likely that something's going to be in pod. Not necessarily so, but, you know, rando gonna rando.
Right. Oh gods, we have another dungeon that is actually full clearable, and it was just brought to my attention. Ice Palace. Everyone's favorite.
Ice Palace is my favorite. No memes. I think Ice Palace is a very cool dungeon, especially when you're we have
I see what you did there.
It's just there's lots of really cool tech that you can use in Ice Palace. You know, just all the bomb jumps and the new spin tech to clip into the staircase. It just I love Ice Palace. I think it's great.
I'm getting our first Hera check.
Runner Watcher forgetting to hit the switch. He'll have to go back down.
He has a bow and arrow.
Oh, bow will do it. Yep. All right, there may or may not be a compass in one of these dungeons that requires the hammer. Stay tuned.
So, Swamp Palace?
Runner is noping out of Firelocked Hera. This
Don't
is,
blame him.
yeah, no, this is a pretty normal call in a big player race like this. Like, you don't want to do the inefficient locations if you don't have to. But it's definitely a call that can come back to bite you.
As the thing with my community tells me, half a heart hype. For Runner Watcher, nothing in Spike Cave.
So where do you go from your runner?
Yep.
Back to Dark Death Mountain? Yep.
Sounds like it.
All right. Now he does the old man? Nope. Oh, no.
Oh!
That was your second chance, Runner Watcher.
Yep. So there was a comment in chat. I'm surprised that they're not doing Hera because it's green pendant. Now, yes, I'll grant that. It is a green pendant, but is the time sink of a required tile room worth the 2 items? Because you still got to get 1 item upstairs, and then you have the green pendant turn in. So...
yeah, having to do tile room does make Terra a much, much slower dungeon. I don't think the green pendant on the boss really is going to change that call for somebody who would be willing to make that gamble in the first place. Green pendant is just like any other item location. It's probably nothing, right? And in addition, the green pendant is one of our bad locations for the hints.
Yes,
So,
that is true.
Several of the hint tiles will refer to these specific locations that are considered really bad or out of the way. So it's likely we might find one that tells us what's on green pendant without having to actually do it.
Yep, and then when it's the 1 item you're looking for, you feel very silly. I have never seen the fairy come out of those rocks without the rocks being shattered. Or using Quake.
Oh, I missed it.
Yeah, I guess he bonked the dead rock at the same time he hit the rocks, but the rocks didn't shatter.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, I've never seen that before.
So... Alright, Runner Watcher heading into Hookshot Cave. I believe we found lamp and flippers here.
Yes.
Okay, maybe finding the lamp will finally inspire him to do the old man.
Hopefully.
He will be saving and quitting from here, so he'll notice that the mountain cave is not listed.
Super Bunny.
Yeah, after Super
Then he'll Super Bunny. Did we get a look at what was on Bumper Cave Ledge? Seeing that cape?
You know, I don't think anybody checked it. Or if they did, I totally missed it. Alright, go to 1. Go to 1, Runner. Oh, thank God.
Nope,
oh, it's going to 8. I missed it.
I heard the click. I heard the click.
Runner, what are you doing to me, man?
Ice Rod Cave. He hasn't done it yet.
This is
a very valid. This is a valid play.
I think this is the first time we've seen the pyramid.
Yes. Just some blueberries.
He'll likely go on to Catfish from here.
Is Runner just gonna dive into Ice Palace is the question. He got the water walk set up. All right. See what YT finds over at the catfish. See if he's hoarding anything good.
So unfortunate for Runner Watcher because he has a pretty commanding lead if he just do the old man.
Oh, I know.
Julin Ninja has done the old man though, but is not wanting to go into Mire quite yet.
Oh, I think I know why. He might want the mirror so he can double dip with Desert and get that done in one fell swoop. Or at least the book, one or the other.
Yeah, it's definitely a possibility. Although, it doesn't save that much time. Julin Ninja going Ice Palace? Yes, he is!
Why not? You got 3 hints, a lot of tech, and 3 items. Thanks, we just got that.
Yeah, Ice Palace is definitely a pretty normal call right here to make because it is a crystal dungeon. You can full clear it. It is several items.
Hey, look what Runner Watch is doing.
I personally would have gone to Mire just because Victrace is so much easier than Fighter Sword Cold Stare. But Runner Watcher finally does the old man and gets his Cane of Samaria. Thank you, Runner Watcher. You're my hero. I don't know what happened to Math Girl. What is happening?
Hi. I mean, I totally get the Pride link and everything, but... Yeesh.
It's a little excessive.
Oh. Hey, RW, give us a bird toss? Can we have a bird toss, please?
He won't do it. He's not gonna do it.
Oh.
He didn't do it! Runner Watcher clearly hates fun. But we are getting that Mire dip.
Nice clear of that first room.
Yeah, that is not so easy to do without the sword beams. He handled it expertly.
Yep. And unfortunately, Math Girl took a death on blind.
Fix the colors, though. And yet Sansix unfortunately went to Skull Woods before checking the boost lock location, so he does not have the fire rod here. He does find his hookshot though.
Hopefully we find a small key in the double Friezo room here, or... Oh, he's just gonna go down.
Yeah, going down first is a pretty standard play ever since they added the hint tiles. Because
that's true. Yeah, I never thought of that.
Unique
item at Graveyard. Ooh. We've already seen the single arrow, so
it's probably nothing. But
good to know. Okay, so the good news is now if they find Bombas before Mirror, then they know that the hidden item can't. Then they know the item can't be anything useful.
Yeah, Bombas being the only unique item they could actually want to find in that location. There's a lot of unique items they haven't found yet, though, including both boomerangs.
True. Mushroom powder, Quake, Bugnet, Book.
And there's Bombos.
Okay, so above the post is dead.
That is sword go mode for Jilla Ninja.
No, he still needs the mirror.
All right.
We just know the mirror can't be there.
I always forget the mirror. Oh, never mind. That is a mirror and Bombos in Ice Palace. Ice Palace was the play.
That is sword go mode. What?
Yeah, so Jilla Ninja has everything he needs to kill Aga 2. All he's missing is just one step.
Go mode!
Why do I even bother? Why do I even
Palace
bother
care
talking?
package. What is this scene?
I'm gonna be quiet for the rest of this scene.
Well, we just need 3 items. Okay, we just need 2. Okay, just need a sword. Oh, never mind.
Just like that, Jilla Ninja is in go mode. He will be able to skip every possible chest from here on out and make his way to Ganon.
This is going to be insane, guys. He has literally the fastest dungeons to go mode. Desert Palace is extremely fast. Swamp Palace is extremely fast. Mire, I believe, is extremely fast, because I think the big key was early. The only downside is gotta do Turtle Rock. And unfortunately, Go Mode Turtle Rock is almost as bad as full clear Turtle Rock. So we got Master Sword and Silvers, but now the question is which chests do you still look at? Because while you can beat the game, Master Sword really is not that good.
Well, I think with so many bottles and the cape already, and the silvers in hand as well, I don't think Jilla Ninja is very worried about Ganon. He'll check any chest that he's basically touching on the way, but he's going to skip everything else. And given how much of the game he still has to go through, like there's a lot of chests he's just going to straight up have to open in TR and Ganon's Tower, it's likely he'll find a sword on the way.
That is true. I can't get over that Ice Palace, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's pretty intense.
That was insane.
So Jilla Ninja is going to go pick up some potions right now. Be absolutely prepared for the rest of the run. Meanwhile, Runner Watcher takes down the Big Eye and his little buddies. Unfortunately, all the progression's just in Ice Palace. Although I imagine he'll go there next.
Yeah, the one dungeon you want to go mode, and this is the one dungeon you can't.
Alright, Runner Watcher, go to Ice. Go to Ice.
Route 8.
He did it! He did it!
8.
Alright, so Runner Watcher is going to full clear Ice Palace. He will find all the 3 progression items there, and will be in go mode in like 5 minutes or so.
Yep. Sub-hour go modes,
it's
man.
It's really unfortunate because Ice Palace is one of those dungeons where like there's this huge difference between go moding it and full clearing it. So a lot of players will put it off for as long as they can, just to increase their odds that they're not going to have to full clear that dungeon.
Correct.
But eventually it does get to the point where Ice Palace is just the best place to go, and you go there and full clear it. Jilla Ninja is checking hints. I'm not sure why. I guess maybe if like he found info on a sword.
Yeah.
But when you get a sub 1 hour go mode, you're feeling so good. The only person who can beat you now is yourself.
Not me. If I get a sub-hour go mode, I'm just going, crud, I know I missed something. My opponent's ahead. I already know. That's me, though. I'm a pessimist, though, let's be fair. So again, everybody who's watching, please definitely give all these runners a follow. We're an hour in. These guys are putting on this show for your entertainment. These guys, it takes a lot of guts to want to be like, hey, I'll play in front of hundreds, thousands of people. So
yeah, you never know when you're gonna be that one guy who made one silly mistake and end up forcing the commentators and trackers to stick around for an extra half hour.
oh, those are the fun ones.
It's a lot of pressure to be on the restream.
It is.
Looks like U-Sandstix is headed up to Dark Death Mountain. This is the play that he needs to make. He needs to get that lamp and flippers so that he has a good reason to go into Ice Palace.
Correct.
Runner Watcher was hoping for a small key in that chest, but I can't imagine he's too unhappy to find the Master Sword.
No, I wouldn't be too sad.
Meanwhile, Julian Ninja is finishing up his first go-moded dungeon, opting for single hook strats with two swipes on Argus. You can do this a bit faster by pulling two eyes at once and doing a Master Sword spin, but it's a little tricky to pull off.
Yeah, it's tricky. I can't do it.
Nice silver arrow kill, though. Also a very tricky thing to do.
Yep. Alright, Julon, where do you go now? Probably to Meyer.
Yeah, Meyer and then into Desert After. I think that makes the most sense from his position. Yeah. Runner Watcher finds his Bombos medallion. And now he knows, man, all I need to finish this game is a mirror. It sure would be nice if it was here. Little does he know.
You mean right here?
That's the right mirror.
Couple swipes, he knows he's in go mode.
Yeah, that's some telling us he knows. Yeah. Julian Ninja continues checking just a little out of the way locations. I think Meyer Shed, even as close as it is to Meyer, not worth.
I'll respectfully disagree. I think it's close enough to warrant it. Oh, is he? He was maneuvering that bird.
Yeah, I think he's gonna give us the throw.
Bird toss, bird toss. Yes! No!
Oh, what a meanie.
I'll give him half a point because he at least went back to the bird.
And we talked about Meyer Shed. Like, I feel like if I knew there was a sword there, right, if I found a hint about it, I would definitely go and grab it because it does save enough time. But there's so many locations like Meyer Shed on the way through, on the way to Ganon, that it doesn't make sense to do some of them, but not all of them.
Saw the fairy? He does. Okay.
Yeah, he's fine.
I thought he burned it already. So.
Anyway, so I feel like in that situation, you either checking every single thing, like continuing on to Random Room after getting the big key and fire snake, stuff like that, or you just go with Master Sword and hope for the best.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my thought process on that is like, okay, well, I'm going into Meyer. I'm going to be mirroring right outside of the Mire shed to go to Desert. I can see doing Mire shed after Mire. So, either way.
Oh, chat's saying that Yatsansix had the jingle glitch in Ice? I was distracted. I missed this.
I actually don't know what we're talking about.
So the jingle glitch is this it's this very unfortunate glitch in the game where if you're going up or down a staircase on the same frame that a door is like being opened or closed, it causes all sprites in the dungeon to despawn, including like the boss, so he wouldn't be able to finish the dungeon.
Okay, I've never heard it called jingle glitch. Okay, that's probably why. Okay.
Yeah, we call it the jingle glitch because of the noise that's made when doors are being opened and closed by killing enemies or lighting torches.
Gotcha. Okay. Today I learned. And I'm very appreciative. Thank you very much.
Yeah, typically you see it at the top of Ganon's Tower.
I think I've done it once. I think I've done it once in Aga Tower.
Yeah, the second torch room after the Wizrobe rooms. If you do that in just the right, or just the wrong, I should say, time, going up the stairs in the next room while those torches are being unlit and closing the door behind you can cause the jingle glitch. Sometimes you'll see players wait in that room with the staircase just a little bit longer just to make sure it doesn't happen to them.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very unfortunate glitch because the only way to get the sprites to come back is to leave the dungeon and come back. So
Yeah.
if that is what happens to Yasantix, which I apparently just missed, he will have to make his way back to Ice Palace later. Unfortunately, everything's in Ice Palace, so it definitely costs him even more time than it normally would.
Oh, still got the one cycle, barely.
Yeah, very close.
Oh, hey, look at that sword. We're good.
A nice sword right on the way. Everyone's
okay.
Gonna get at least.
Now I don't look at anything.
Oh yeah, definitely not.
So question in chat, who is winning? This is a very close race. I would actually put Runner Watcher in the lead just barely. And only just. But I think Julan could still pull it off. If he's going into the downstairs of Mire.
It's really hard to tell because of how each dungeon takes such a different amount of time. Julian Ninja was the first person to be in go mode, and the edge he has over Runner Watcher is that Runner Watcher full cleared Mire, while Julian gets to go mode it.
True. But now Runner gets to go through the rest of the dungeons.
We'll be able to tell here by who gets to go into Turtle Rock first.
Yes.
Desert is not going to take Julian Ninja very long. He may very well be able to kill Lambo before Runner Watcher finishes Argus.
Yeah, that's a possibility. So we will see. Whoever picks up their 6th crystal will basically know. Nice Quake medallion on Generous Dude. Or on
Purple chest.
Purple chest. What's that guy? Oh yeah, it's Gary. That's right. Gary's on.
Gary the purple chest opener.
It took me a second. I was like, who is that again? Yeah, that's Gary. Yeah, the thing about the swamp checks at this point, Runner Watcher is not likely to check anything because he has a tempered sword at this point. So I don't see him opening chests. He might open the waterfall chest in Swamp. That's about it. Just because it's on the way.
Yeah, that's basically like a 2-second time loss to open that chest. Though honestly, I think with tempered silvers, I probably wouldn't even take that time loss.
Maybe.
Definitely on Master Sword, I'd open it.
Yeah. Oh, no question.
So it looks like Math Girl may eventually, or may soon be making the play that she needs to make and go up to Hookshot Cave. She is getting her Cane of Samari right now from the old man. And you're already on the mountain.
Okay, yeah. I think Runner has the slight lead.
Yeah, I think he's definitely going to catch it with the tempered Argus fight instead of the Master Sword one.
Yeah. It also depends on how well Lanmal decides to cooperate with the Silvers.
Yeah, every extra cycle you get on Lambo does hurt quite a bit. As key dashes, though.
Double spin strat, nothing wrong there.
Runner Watcher picks up his 6th crystal, and he will be heading up to Turtle Rock and then on to Ganon's Tower. Meanwhile, Jewel Ninja starts his fight with Landmo, which he just finishes and gets his 6th crystal to head on up to Turtle Rock and then to Ganon's Tower.
All right, the pling of the sword was at 06. Let's see what the second differential is. 13-second lead.
Yeah, they are so close right now that every little bit of RNG matters. Do you get hit by a dead rock? Do you bonk? Everything matters.
Yep.
Very nice.
Nice.
From Runner Watcher. It is hard to compete with that.
You are not dead rocking me today. No, thank you. All right. So I'll go ahead and preemptively ask this. For Ganon's Tower, do you go left or right?
So I'm a big fan of the Hope route, which is where you check the 2 chests on the right side and then do full left. But like every way to route Ganon's Tower isn't really better than every other way. It's all RNG on where that big key can be. So a lot of the routing decisions are very meta. What do you think my opponents are going to do? Do I feel ahead or behind? Questions like that are what you need to ask yourself.
And then, of course, we'll go ahead and say it right now because it's pessimistic, obviously. And then it's not going to matter because it's going to be in Tower.
I think Tower Room is probably... you know, from the runner's point of view, Tower Room's really not that big a deal because it means that you're not going to really gain or lose any time on routing to the big key.
True.
Except to people who would be crazy enough to risk going to Tower Room. But going to Tower Room first is such a big gamble. You typically don't see it except from people who feel that they're very behind. And anybody entering GT sub 120 will not be feeling behind, I assure you.
Oh, no. I even think I wouldn't even feel behind.
Well, Math Girl wants to go to the Dark World, but the Dead Rocks are disagreeing.
Dead Rocks being so mean.
Even that little flub right there from Runner Watcher, missing the quick hook shot to the torch, that's just another second that Jewel Ninja can catch up with. I think this has got to be the closest race that I've got had the privilege of commenting so far.
Yeah, these close ones are very fun to see and commentate for.
It's gonna feel so bad when one of them goes left and the other goes right in GT. I really hope it is Tower Room, honestly. Or at least like in the hope chest, right? Something that they check very, very early.
Yeah. Either extremely early or it's going to be the same amount of time regardless. But then you got the crazy players like me. I'm going to be like, this seed was too kind. It's in Tower Room, and just go to Tower Room and do it.
Runner Watcher is stealing the key. This is a pretty standard way to go mode this dungeon.
Yep. Best case scenario.
Best
case scenario, you skip the key. Worst case scenario, you still got to do laser brick.
Okay, he did not hit the switch, so he's going to go down to the big chest. This like going to the big chest is you know, it's not unusual. A lot of players will choose to skip the big chest and just hope that the key isn't in there. But like there is a situation where you can get completely burned by the key being in the big chest if there was also a key in the lava chest.
Oh, yeah. I have a clip of that for me.
Yeah, it's really
it's not
really
it's not
rare.
it is I should just say it's definitely not PG.
It's such a rare occurrence that most players don't worry about it. In fact, a lot of players don't even know that it's a possibility because it's just never happened to them.
And
but
speaking
that
of that,
chance is
right
there. Yeah, so
Laser
skipping
bridges.
the big chest would have paid off pretty good, us saving like several screen transitions. Unfortunately, Julian also checked the big chest, so he didn't gain any time there.
I think Math Girl actually is taking a coffee break.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate for her. Yasansix, however, is finally going back to Ice Palace, and hopefully no jingle glitch this time.
Well, with Trinex being the 7th boss, and very certain that Runner Watcher will get this done, let's play a game. The rules are simple. 22 chests in Ganon's tower. One of them has a key, and it's big. Which one is it? Feel free to put your guesses in chat.
As one of my viewers likes to say, I think it's going to be in the last chest Runner Watcher opens, right before going up the gauntlet.
Best answer ever. So for me, I'm always particular to lucky number 13. And Slinky Adventure is asking the most important question. Where are the boomerangs? I want to know where they are. I kind of do too.
So it looks like in that whole trip through Turtle Rock, Runner Watcher actually gained a little bit of a bigger lead on Julian Ninja.
Yeah.
Like, I remember you said it
Runner
was
had
like
a pretty
15
good
seconds
execute.
before, or like 12 seconds is what you said?
It was 13, yeah. All right. 51 when he enters GT. And it looks like we're going Hope side.
Now he finds a small key, so he might choose to continue on to Compass Room.
And he does.
So this is commonly called the hybrid route, because it's you start with the hope route, but then you change your mind once you find that small key.
Yep. Or pure right. Depends on how you really want to say it.
Yeah, it is full right if he goes on to goes on to Ice Armos. But it's not really full right because like he didn't know if he was going to be able to go full right, you know?
All right, so we got about a 41-second lead for Runner Watcher.
Yeah, that can easily be made up with a different GT routing. Julian Ninja also going to the right side, but will he continue on to Compass Room as well?
That girl found a book!
Julian Ninja is going to do the Hope Route. He's going on to the Dark Magician's Room.
Okay.
So he is currently ahead if Runner Watcher mirrors after the small key. Which he does. And just like that, Julian Ninja is in the lead.
For now.
Well, unless it's Tower Room, I guess.
Yeah. But bear in mind, because Runner Watcher was the first one in GT, we're going to be using his, and odds are the answer is going to be 8. Let's find out if it is.
And
what do you know? Chest 8.
Big key in the 8th chest Runner Watcher opened in Ganon's Tower, although he is now the second player to start heading up that gauntlet. He has some time to catch up. That Compass Room dip, that hurt him. Yeah. It's really unfortunate. It's not like he made a mistake or anything. It's just the GT routing.
Yep.
Get you every time.
Well, I guess we could say the closest one, Mr. Big T Anderson. You guessed 9. You went over by 1, but you were the closest because everyone else was just too off.
Price is Right rules?
If we ran Price is Right rules, then it would be Ender Racho, but he was 2 away.
Julian Ninja opting for the iframe strat on the bridge. It's a pretty quick way to get to the bridge. I think on average it's just a hair slower than walking the whole way. Yeah. I'm not sure about that though. Nice Stalfos room from Runner Watcher.
And just like that, we're in the same room.
Getting 3 swipes on those Stalfos is very,
and
very
look
difficult.
at this!
Wow, we are neck and neck here.
What lead? It's gone.
Runner Watcher takes the lead. Execution matters, you guys. It's true. Lambo,
this is going to be a very close match.
Oh, Julian. Oh.
All right, Runner gets out of land mode 2.
Oh, Runner got the 2 cycle. Julian's on his 3rd cycle.
Okay, he gets it on the 3rd. And up to my favorite part of the gauntlet, the Wizrobes. Love the cane strats here.
Yeah, it looks very, very slick, and it's actually really easy to do. But just don't tell people. That way they think you're awesome.
Alright, so this is the room that the jingle glitch can occur to in Ganon's Tower. You open the door here, and if you go upstairs on the same frame... So he's going to wait a moment. There we go.
Yeah, so when he went down to the bottom like that and touched the wall, that was specifically to avoid the jingle glitch. He didn't need to do that. Like, he was actually fine on his timing. But he's probably experienced a jingle glitch at least once in his life and never wants to see it again.
Yep.
Julian Ninja does the exact same thing.
Don't blame him. Alright, Troll Room 2 down. And we'll never know what's in there. Maybe it's a boomerang. We'll never know.
Watch it be like the butter sword, and Jewel Ninja ends up winning because Runner Watcher messes up 1-1.
I don't see that happening.
Yeah, probably not, but it could happen.
It could. All right, Agatu. Geometry Wizard. Nice triple.
Oh, I missed it. Did Julian open the chest?
I'm sorry?
I didn't see if Julian opened up the chest or not.
I didn't see it.
Norm's final treasure.
Oh, he did. Apparently he did.
50 rupees, okay. Runner Watcher padding his bot count.
And the big bat comes down on the pyramid. And what fun fact does Ganon have today? Don't destroy our hopes and dreams and all that. That's mean. This is going to be a very fast Ganon fight.
Yeah, Runner
With a tempered
Watcher.
sword.
Yeah, Runner Watcher is doing what we call the 1-in-1, where he one cycles both the first phase and the second phase with the tempered sword. This is it's a very tight. It's very tight to be able to do that. So good on him for pulling it off.
Yep. So for those who need to know this math, it takes 12 slashes or 6 spins with the tempered sword to advance the phases between 1 and 2. Phase 3 takes 4 shots, but he can only get hit 1 time per section, and now we're going to be in phase 4.
Julian will get 2-in-1 cycles for the first 2 phases and use the cape in the second phase. It's a little bit slower, but it's a lot easier and a lot safer.
Oh!
Misses that double there, unfortunate, but he gets the last hit.
That's it. Get your GGs in chat.
GG Runner Watcher.
Cool seed, right? Yeah. I agree. It was a cool seed. All the cool stuff was in Ice Palace.
Julian nails that
Yeah.
torch and she'll get a nice double here. Maybe triple? Triple on the Ganon. Nice. And GG's to Julian Ninja for defeating Ganon as well, finishing right behind Runner Watcher.
That crazy. Sub 130. That's
Yeah, sub
that
130
is what
always a
that
very
is what
basic
we
time.
love to call, and I believe we can still call it this, a jet seed.
Oh, definitely a jet seed.
Do we have an overall winner for this race?
It was R.D. Walsh V.
R.D. Walsh.
Yeah, R.D. Walsh V finished in first place at 1:22.22. Hitsian right behind 3 seconds. Runner Watcher about 25 seconds behind that, and then Julian Ninja another 30 seconds behind Runner Watcher. So the first 4 finishers all within about a minute of each other.
Wow. Well, looks like we have Julian and Runner Watcher in. Let's go ahead and pull them into the booth.
To come back.
Welcome,
Hey
guys.
guys.
Runner,
Hey guys.
GG's.
Man, I hate getting sniped like that. I went into Ganon and I was like, oh, I've got to be winning here.
You were very, very close.
You were. You actually had about a 40-second lead going into Ganon's tower. And unfortunately, because you went hard right to do the compass room, Julian took the lead.
Yeah, I think
But
we
your
had 2 or 3 lead
execution-
changes.
But your execution was spot on. I don't think I saw any errors.
Oh, I can tell you the errors I had. I remember all of them. I had a.
Well, the
I had
untrained
a-
eye, it didn't seem that way.
I can. Okay, so I had a 2-cycle Landmo 2. I had a 4-cycle Aga 2 when it could have been a 3-cycle, and I should have been able to get 2 doubles against Ganon, but I ended up with 2 doubles and with 1 double and 2 singles.
So Jula Ninja was actually the first player on the restream to enter Go mode because he went to Ice before Meyer. So I'd say he was in the lead at that point. But then you ended up pulling ahead and entering TR first and entering GT first as well. But then with the GT routing, Julian pulled ahead again. And then between your execution and the RNG of the Gauntlet rooms, Runner Watcher passed again. It was very exciting. Thank you guys so much.
Wow, that sounds like it was actually probably really fun to watch.
Oh, it was.
When I saw that Ice had all the goods, I was like, oh man, because I was like, I only have Fighter Sword. I just got Kane from the Old Man, so I might as well just go to Meyer. And then Meyer had nothing, and then Ice had 3 items. That's the second time in the past few days that Ice has had 3 items. And I was like, wow, if I had gone to Ice first, I could have just mirrored right to Desert after Meyer. It would have been much better.
Yeah, wait till you if you watch this back. We were like, all right, so we got the hit about above the pose. We're like, okay, so the thing that we don't want to find is the mirror, and the next item we find is Bombo. So we're like, okay, so we know above the pose is dead, and then it's like, oh hey, mirror. It's like, okay, fine. Guess we just need a sword for Goat. Never mind.
Yeah, that was an amazing Ice Palace. Just really, really funny.
You definitely don't see a 3-item Ice Palace, 3 Go mode item, a 3 Go mode item Ice Palace too often.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's not a whole lot to talk about with this seed because everything was just on the way once you got those boots in Eastern. Just go to the places and do the things, and oh look, Ganon.
Yeah, so hold on. So what was it now? We had 3 items locked. We had 3 items in Ice Palace that were done. We had 3 items that were locked behind the boots.
Yeah, the boots checks were amazing. Right after I went to Eastern to get the boots, it was Silvers, and then it was Fire Rod, and then it was Hammer on Library, like bang, bang, bang. That was when I was like, oh my gosh, this is an amazing seed. But I was worried because I felt like I had put off Eastern because I didn't have the lamp and it was a pendant. So I had gone to Dark World first. I wonder if, Jula, did you go straight to Eastern?
No, I went to Dark World and then I went up the mountain and eventually went to Eastern.
Yeah, nobody on the restream was willing to go to Eastern early.
Yeah, I was thinking about it with that bow, but I mean, it ended up, I don't think it was the right play, but it ended up being better. I definitely think it was good that I didn't do, obviously it turned out well that I didn't do Thievestown and Skullwoods until I got those boots, because that had everything.
True.
But yeah, there wasn't really anything troublesome this seed, to be honest. Everything was very natural. The only thing I can think that, I mean, I was considering not going to Old Man.
Oh yeah, you scared me quite a bit with that one. Because you went to the mountain, I think, twice and just passed on the Old Man both times.
Yeah,
before finally finding the lamp and just choosing to do it.
I'm weird. I don't do Old Man until I've got lamp. It's just like a thing of mine. Especially if I have boots, it's like so much faster. I try to stay in logic as much as I can. I think that's, as long as you're in logic, you can kind of comfortably, you know, you don't have to think about that much. I don't know.
Yeah, sequence breaking is a big part of rando, but it can hurt just as much as it can help.
Yep. It gets really fun when you have these long chains and you're like, okay, I got this item, which led to this, which led to these 2, which led to this, but where was the original item?
I was considering dipping Pod at one point. I'm really glad I never did that. I shouldn't have gone over to Hera. I was like, Hera's probably not going to be worth it. I shouldn't have done Spike Cave.
I shouldn't have done flippers checks, and I shouldn't have bumbled up escape for the back that I had to come back for later.
Oh man, that's horrible. Okay, so that you definitely lost a lot of time there.
Yeah, I came back after South Shore because I had a glove by then, but yeah, that cost me first.
Yeah.
So
The good thing about that though is the fact that it's like at least it didn't bite you as bad as it could have, because that second glove could have been in Dark World.
yeah, that would have been eventually, but that would have been like 5 minutes or something.
Yeah.
Although I would have gotten boots earlier, so that would have been nice.
True.
118 collection Julian. That is
Wow.
really low.
Yeah, I had 122. That would have been 116 if I had gone left side of DP.
122. Yeah, those are insane collection rates.
Yeah, it's very much a jet seed.
Those are the collection rates I get with a co-op. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
So here's a funny thing, Julo, your total time on screen is lower than mine. Why is that?
I don't know.
Saving quits.
Lag time, save and quit.
I didn't
Oh,
see
yeah,
what
I didn't
your
have
saving
flute for
quits
a
were,
while.
Watcher, but Julian had 9. Yeah, not having the flute will mean you have more saving quits and less time in the game. But that's why we run RTA, right?
Yep.
Otherwise, everybody would save and quit every time.
Yeah, of course. I was just curious about it. I love fluting around. Whenever I get the flute, I just flute instead of saving and quitting.
So Yasansix is in go mode. He just has to finish up Turtle Rock here, and he'll go on to GT. Math Girl, I can only think, is just not comfortable in Ice Palace, opting to go into Pod instead.
Yeah.
Where
All
did
she
she
has
get
to
that
do-
book?
I don't recall.
She found the book in Hera.
Right.
Oh man. Oh okay.
Yeah, she's
Hera-
had
actually,
access to
Hera was
Ice
good.
for a while.
Was there a good hint in Hera? No, there weren't any good hints at all this seed.
Yeah, most of the good hints.
The only quote-unquote good hint was there's a item above the pose, which then was rendered moot. Very rapid. Yeah, I think that was the only good hint, quote-unquote.
I certainly don't blame Math Girl for this decision. Like, Cold Stare is not a friendly boss in any regards, especially when you're only on like Master Sword or Fighter Sword. She only recently got that Master Sword, so I can definitely see her not wanting to go there. Unfortunately, that is where everything is, and she'll have to go there eventually.
I was happy to make use of those fairy bottles we got. I used both of them.
Nice.
I got rid of a fairy and didn't use my other one. I expected to use it on Ganon because I went in with 4 hearts.
Yeah, you bought those potions when you were still on Master Sword. It made a lot of sense for you to do that because there's no telling if you're going to find a sword or not.
But yeah, I think the only thing I really did wrong this seed was putting off Ice Palace. That could have just not doing those flippers checks and getting to desert faster could have saved me, I don't know, 3 minutes probably.
Yeah, but
I
let's
don't know
be
that you
honest.
can really count that as something you did wrong, though, right?
Yeah, I mean, let's be fair. Who likes doing Ice Palace? Not really. Not a lot of people like doing it.
Yeah, I'm exactly the same way. It's just that I'm new to. This week is the first time I played the new version with the hints, and I do know that with the hints, Ice Palace, the value of Ice Palace goes up significantly.
Ah.
So
Yeah,
it was actually when I checked when I checked that hint in Meyer, you know, you have to dash all the way up, and it's so annoying. And I was like, if I'm going to check this hint, I might as well have just gone into ice.
Fair enough. So speaking of that, then how do you like the system?
I'm growing accustomed to the hint system. You know, it's not
You feel pretty ambiguously.
I feel
probably.
I feel kind of up and down about it. It's not, you know. I think at the beginning, people were worried that it was really going to change the randomizer, and I don't think it really has changed it that much. It's just kind of an extra wrench, you know, and it changes the value of certain locations, but kind of, you know, at random, which is the way randomizer is. So I'm not completely against it.
Most people I talk
I do
to.
think.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I do think that I'm less likely to check hints than some people. Like the spectacled rock hint, I almost never check just because I don't know. It takes so long to get over there, and you can just check if it's an item you want in like 3 seconds. So I don't know. But what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say most people I've talked to about the hint system and how they feel about this addition to the game is that they think it's overall a very positive thing for the game. Like it makes the game a little deeper, a little more interesting. But the hints need tweaking. Like it's not perfect. Things could be changed for the better.
I'll agree with that.
Yeah, sorry.
Go ahead,
No,
sir.
you go ahead.
No, you go.
I was just gonna say it's kind of funny how the hints themselves have no logic. You know, and they can be anywhere, and they can be for something you've already gotten. Where the logic of the randomizer is so elaborate and like intelligent for the rest of the game, and then the hints can be just like completely stupid. And I don't know. I kind of enjoy that dichotomy, I guess.
Yeah, and then you get a hint upstairs in Tower of Hera that says the big key Tower of Hera big key requires fire in the Tower of Hera. And it's like,
Yeah, those
I
hints are
kind of have to
definitely
have that to
frustrating.
get this hint. Thank you.
Conversely, though, if the hints were like a part of the logic as well, and you that stuff like that couldn't happen, the hints might gain too much value. I think.
Maybe.
Yeah, I kind of agree too. I kind of like them the way they are.
So there's definitely tweaking that could happen. Like maybe if they put the hints to be logically accessible, then they could also like decrease the frequency of the hints actually being worthwhile.
Yeah, I was gonna say add in maybe increase the number of the junk hints you get, maybe
Right.
to offset that balance.
Yeah, there's definitely options that they could take on tweaking them.
Hmm.
I think they said they're not going to change them for this upcoming version, but that they are planning to do so for V32 coming after.
Yeah, I think they said they're definitely overhauling it. They're going to make it more. I think they said they're going to make it a little more cryptic. I think, as they said, was one of the goals.
Fun.
Like if the fire rod was in Ice Palace, it would say something hot is where something cold is somewhere cold. I believe is like the example they gave us, and it's like that's a good hint because it's like, what do you mean? Does that mean Ice Rod Cave? Does it mean Ice Palace?
I'm very excited to see what they end up doing with it. Meanwhile, Yitsain 6 is also going to Compass Room, so this will cost him a bit of time. While Math Girl is almost done with Pod, I have to imagine she has to go to Ice Palace after this. I don't know what else is available for her.
Nothing. Well, Meyer.
Oh yeah, she can do it in Meyer.
What do you like more? Do you like Meyer or do you like Ice? Which one do you like more?
Well, seeing as how she's been avoiding Ice this whole time, I think she probably will go to Meyer first. Vitreous is not very scary when you do have those silver arrows.
True. And I would like to point out, if you guys have seen Math Girl's name before and you think it sounds familiar, she is actually one of the speed gaming helpers, and she's usually one of the ones that's behind the scenes. So for her to come to the other side of the camera, you know, huge props.
Yeah, I've seen her as a tracker, commentator, and as a restreamer before.
Yeah, she's usually behind the scenes, so it's kind of good. I kind of like seeing the people who are usually behind the scenes if they get a chance in the races, because it's like, you know, we're always on the back. Let's give them some camera time, because, you know, honestly, the people behind the scenes are also what makes the randomizers, not just the runners, obviously.
Yeah, speaking of behind the scenes people, can we get some shout outs for our awesome trackers tonight?
Yes, please. Without them, we would be completely lost.
Yeah, tracking for us tonight we have Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna. Yes, that is his full name. And Mr. Big T Anderson, no relation.
Hey, did you notice something that YT has? You guys missed out on this, and it was in GT.
I'm not sure what you're talking about.
He has half magic.
Oh.
It was in the Stalfos room.
Oh, he continued to
man.
open the chest. So Math Girl making me a liar. She had a little bit more overworld she could do.
I mean, I don't think the half magic's going to do too much, because I mean, we got Tempered Sword. Now the burning. Now we have like three. I know we have 3 burning questions. 2 of them are the same. Where is the X whatever boomerang, and then where's the 4th sword? That's what I want to know.
Math Girl accidentally clipping into the terrain there. She gets out. I don't think we're gonna disqualify her for that.
Nah.
That can happen. It's not. She wasn't trying to do that by any means.
Yeah, I've done that myself. I've done that in Spiral Cave, and that's not fun. It's only when you take advantage of the out of bounds or anything like that that can be like, yeah, let's not do that. I've seen people inadvertently arm the exploration glitch and have it happen in a race. I've seen it happen. Luckily, when they notice it happens...
I want to know what happened during her blind fight.
What do you mean, to get the...
No, the colors. You don't remember the colors?
If you open up your save and quit menu, the same frame that the blinds text box comes up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's LSD blind. And it doesn't have to be the same frame. It's actually very...
Oh, I thought it was the same
You can do it basically anytime.
Oh, so you
okay.
think she did that on purpose then, just for the meme?
Yeah, almost certainly, yeah. Yeah, people used to do it a lot, but then we got tired of it. There's actually a really wide variety of effects you can get with that, which I guess is why it's called LSD blind.
I'd never seen it before. It was like a big rainbow room. I wonder if her sprite's color is the reason for that.
Possibly.
The other thing you can get is you can get the kind of pixelated transition screen in Overworld. I forget if that's through blind or through something else, but it's actually really weird to look at. Andy used to do that during like GDQ runs.
I wonder if it has anything to do with, like, I've had a weird pixelation happen when I was in like Paradox Cave. I don't know if that's like the same thing or if that was just the effect of my flash cart.
All right, Math Girl heading east. No. Come on, Math Girl, just go to Ice Palace, please. I want you to do well. Meanwhile, Yusansic's finishing up Aga 2 here.
Oh, right. Math Girl didn't have the money last time.
Right, that's true.
I have never seen a Zora do that.
I mean, how she popped him out of the water.
Yeah, and then he just kept bouncing. Just kept going.
Okay, she's skipping Zora. I'm confused.
What? I'm confused.
I think she's confused too. She knew she came up here for a reason, but forgot what it was. Oh, there he goes again.
Okay. Daily exercise. Just had to do 2 laps.
It's just not quite the 1+1 for Sick Nasty there.
Just a life lesson.
1% rebate.
Okay, now she has no choice, right?
No, she has a choice between Meyer and Ice.
Oh yeah, Meyer. Or she's gonna go off the mountain.
Or... Does she have Turtle Rock knowledge?
I'm not sure. She wouldn't be able to get into Turtle Rock though.
Right, but if she doesn't have knowledge, that means she's probably not been into the door. No, she has.
Maybe
she has to.
Spike King?
No, she. Yeah.
No,
No.
I don't know what's happening.
Question in chat: did she forget an entire dungeon? No, I don't believe so.
No, I doubt that she doesn't know she can get to Ice Palace. I think really.
Yeah,
it's
she
just
probably wants to go mode it, which unfortunately is going to be very counterproductive.
Yeah, either she really just wants to go mode the dungeon, or she's just not very comfortable with the fight.
She's checking ether.
Yetsansix does take down Ganon though. He finishes.
Hello.
GG's to him. Yetsansix finishes 18th overall with a time of 1:47.40.
Yeah, it was okay. I made a lot of bad calls in the beginning. Hello.
Oh, hi! I didn't even
Sorry.
notice you got in here.
Sorry, I popped in. Hello.
You snuck in. You left the door open.
Sorry,
Not-
we've kind of been ignoring you for a bit because we're watching Math Girl trying to find anything to do other than go to Ice Palace.
She still is going to Ice Palace? Wait, hold on.
She has been very, very, very what's the word?
No.
She's one
Trying
of the
very
people,
hard to avoid it.
I do know that she is one of the people that hates Ice Palace.
So one of my guys in chat told me that I did the jingle glitch. What is that? How did I do it?
The jingle glitch happens when you are going up or down a staircase, an automatic staircase, like in that second room of Ice Palace, on the same frame that a door is being closed or opened by you killing enemies or lighting torches.
Really?
So what happened is you
Yes.
killed the last Mari, and his death was activated on the same frame you went down the stairs.
Oh, did you despawned Ice Palace?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, because I walked in the first
Oh,
time,
that's
I was like,
really
all right.
bad luck. That's really bad luck.
Yeah, I was like, let me just clean Ice Palace real quick, green mail, it's fine, whatever. And then I got to the first room, there were no penguins. I was like, okay, weird. And then I left it, and then I saw the red floaty guys as I left, and I was like, strange. And then the next room didn't have penguins, and then I didn't have to switch for the top room, and I was like, what is happening? Whatever, I'll just come back later, or else I have to forfeit. I was like, I don't know what I was seeing.
Yeah, I actually missed it when it happened. Chat about it afterwards.
Yeah, there was a bit of divergence at that point in the seed, so...
Usually when I see it happen, it comes from killing the last Mari with the fire rod because his death is delayed by the fire animation.
It was very confusing, and I was like, I'm not even gonna sit here and try to figure it out. Let me just move on. So also there's Sylvester for all to enjoy.
It's actually really hard to get the jingle glitch on purpose. So, I mean, props, yes.
Yeah, really threw me off for half a second. But it was fun. I mean, yeah, no, I made a lot of risky calls in the beginning. What really killed me, and I was saying it in my chat the whole time, was we got the bow, and Pendant Eastern was just sitting there, and I was like, oh man, there's gonna be something in there, but I just kept drawing myself away from it for some reason. I don't know why I didn't want to convince myself to go back and see what was in Eastern, and it was the boots. So.
Your name is Thick Nasty backwards.
Who figured it out?
I have been saying get sand kicks this whole time, dude.
So, funny story about that. I am Sick Nasty, mainly as I want to be Sick Nasty, but that name's taken on Twitch. So, my anagram name that I use is YT Sandkicks, which is what that is. So, until the user Sick Nasty gives up his name, I am YT Sandkicks.
God, I feel so stupid.
Whenever everyone sees it, they're like, oh! They get it. And yes, the I and the C are backwards. I know that because if it was KCIS, it would say YT Sandkicks, which sounds weird. So, that is me. I always say that Sick Nasty is just me without a beard.
Sorry, I totally interrupted you with that. It was just sudden revelation.
Oh, no, I love it when people figure it out. I love it. But, man, I feel bad for Math Girl. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say thank you guys for having me. I'm gonna go. It's very late for me, and I still have to eat dinner. So I'm gonna go rewatch this and eat my dinner. So good racing with you, Chulo, Sick Nasty. Good talking to you, Koi and Duke.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Thanks for the run, man.
Guys.
Good race runner. The name is pretty YT can kicks. So what happened here with? So Math Girl did. What's happening here? She
just really doesn't want to go to Ice Palace.
She dislikes Ice Palace.
And she did Tower of
Plain
Hera
and simple.
before Ice Palace. That's so crazy.
Yeah, she's done every bit of a world. She's actually full cleared pod as well. It's just not marked on the tracker.
Yeah, I felt bad. After I did Eastern, I went into pod, and then once I cleaned up the dark room, I was like, there's nothing in here. Because it was just a bunch of 20 rubies and like weird bitty bob stuff. And I was like, oh, darn. It was just Eastern that was the important one, not pod 2. So yeah, just a lot of weird calls I did today. I don't know why I did them, but fun seed though.
Yeah, the seed on the hole is pretty jet.
Yeah, why did do you guys know why Blaine forfeited it? I figured that it was probably something IRL life, something like that.
Not on stream, so we don't know.
Oh yeah. That was very strange to me. Wow.
I did not join the IRC. He may have left a comment.
No, he quit really early. I just pulled it back up. And I saw that he forfeited really, really early, which was just very bizarre. But
yeah, probably just some IRL thing.
Yeah.
Taking him away from the game.
No worries.
I mean, there are some players who like make like one gamble, and if it doesn't pay off, they just forfeit because they know they're not going to be able to get first place from there. Boyne's not one of those people, though.
No, Blaine is a monster. He's really good. There was a seed I did a few weeks back with him. We were in this, and I wasn't on the restream or anything, and I don't think he was either. But I remember seeing that I finished my 4th crystal at 1:15, and he was done with the seed. He was just over, and he packed up and went home. I was like, wow, oh my god.
I remember I PB'd on a seed once, and it was like a 1:16. I was like so proud of it that I finished the seed so fast. So I gave it to him to play it, and he got a 1:08.
Oh my god, dude!
It's like,
I've got to watch him more.
bad.
Whatever he does is just crazy. So crazy. So crazy. Oh, I learned today too. The spooky glitch can be canceled with the Canis Maria because I tried to set that up too. I see. Man,
yeah, that's like the main thing of the spooky glitch, actually.
I didn't know that. I've been wanting to learn the spook glitch forever. And so earlier today, I watched a 5-minute video I saw on YouTube, and it explained like do the bird, and then you go.
Was it my video?
I don't know. There was only one video on YouTube that explained about it, and it was from November 2018. And
Okay,
so I just watched that really quick. And yeah, I was like, do the bird, and then you just hit the fire rod here, here, and here. And I was like, all right, cool. The guy didn't mention in his video that that when you put down the Canis Maria, you need to do the boots too. And so when I put it down and the fire rod didn't work, I was like, oh, I must have messed up somewhere. So, but now I know.
Oh yeah, mine's from February 2019.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was wondering if the
I
20
do mention
might have
that
been
in
updated.
my video though, so maybe go watch mine instead.
I'll watch yours. I need it, man, because I was looking through all YouTube and it was just that one guy, and I was like, oh,
yeah.
it's
So
just...
There's several items that you can use to prevent the Cane of Samaria or the lamp from actually breaking your spooky.
Okay.
The typical way to do it is to kick up dust if you have the boots, right? That's easily the fastest way because it doesn't involve a menu. But the next best way is to use the fire rod itself. If you shoot a fire rod shot and then immediately menu and place down your block, it won't break spooky.
Oh.
Other ways
okay.
you can do it, say like if you couldn't afford to spend the magic on the extra fire rod shot, is silver arrows or sword beams will also prevent it from being broken.
I gotcha.
So yeah, you just stand right above the switch and then shoot the fire rod, open menu, switch to cane, place on the block. And like the Cane of Samaria, the lamp does break it as well. So
right. One of my
typically
guys
you
told
don't
me
use the lamp if you have the fire rod, but sometimes you get into mire and you just don't have enough magic to do the first torch room, so you switch to the lamp. And you can't do that unless you're willing to kick up dust before every single lamp shot, which is actually really hard to do with the Medusa statue shooting at you.
Yes, no, that room is frustrating, especially when you have to do it as a dark room.
Okay, Math Girl has finished mire.
Oh,
There is no more overworld.
I'll say, does she have anything left?
I don't believe so.
You have to go to Ice Palace, Math Girl. Come on. We believe in you.
I send her all my love for my cat.
She's fluting.
Oh.
We're going to 2, okay? Right? Grab some potions, get a heal. That's all good.
All the divergences possible.
Yo, I'm not running a charity here.
Okay, flute to 8.
Oh.
Yes! Yes!
Do it. Do it.
What are you doing? Don't. Math Girl? I swear to God.
What is she looking at?
Here we go.
I thought she was thinking pedestal.
Ice
No,
Palace! Let's go.
she checked it. She checked
Oh, she already
it.
did? Okay.
Yeah, she got the book, so she knows.
Oh boy. Yes, Math Girl, yes.
Yes, you have to do this monstrosity of a dungeon.
Yeah. Oh, she found the book. I didn't even find the book. Oh, wait. She doesn't have bombos.
Right, it's in Ice Palace.
It's nice.
Did I-
Everything she needs is here.
That's right, I found bombos and the mirror. I was just thinking about the mirror.
She's just gonna be getting Tempered Sword here instead of Master Sword.
So if she goes to the right side first, she may not get the Tempered Sword.
There was a sword in here? Oh, I missed
Yeah.
that. Completely missed that.
It was only your go- it was only
most
your
people
go
got their
mode
Master
item.
Sword here.
Yeah.
Opting for Quake strats on the Pen Gators.
That's fine.
She's not doing the pro strat, the jingle jam glitch. How dareth? How dareth?
There was a point where I remember somebody trying to find a way to utilize the jingle glitch to get through Ganon's tower faster. Like
Oh, you can do it in
collecting the
other
chests.
places too.
Yeah, the most common place to actually experience the jingle glitch is up Ganon's tower. The second torch room after the Wizrobes. If you spend a little bit too much time in that room and then go up the stairs in the next room on just the right frame, that'll cause a jingle glitch and despawn Moldorm and Agatu.
That's so silly.
So you might see every now and then like somebody will stay in the room with the staircase just a little bit too long just to make sure it doesn't happen. Alright, we're getting the Ice Palace bomb jump. First try, look at that. I don't know why she's so scared of Ice Palace. She's clearly an expert.
She did it and I couldn't even do it.
Yeah,
Never
it's a
said
trick.
scared.
It's a tricky little jump.
Hey, never said scared. She just hates it.
Okay. Yeah, no matter how good you get an Ice Palace bomb jump, like, it's not easy
No.
to do it 100% consistently. Okay, she's going to Freezor first, so she will get the sword for sure. But then opting to bomb jump over to Iced Tea.
Interesting.
Oh, she can't go to Iced Tea. Oh, she's just going up here to get to the right side. Yeah, I'm not sure what's faster, this or just going back
I think
to
it's
the screens.
well, I think it's the transitions and the fall animation and all that, and you have to wait for the trap.
Yeah, I don't
room.
normally go to Freezor room first. I typically fall down to get the hint tile. This Bari not having a nice day.
Aw. Her most dreaded dungeon. I would say mine easily is going to be Misery Mire. Or Turtle Rock if you have a fighter sword.
Little does Math Girl know, she's almost in go mode.
That was such an exciting feeling going go mode. Because I got bombos and I was like, alright, we'll go to Turtle Rock and find the mirror. And then I got the mirror. I was like, never mind, we're done. It's over.
Yeah, it was really fun on stream. Julian Ninja was going into Ice Palace while Runner Watcher was going into Mire. And we were saying, this is like the play. One of these is going to have the progression that they need. And then Julian Ninja finds the Bombos medallion. He's like, oh, right. Okay, so all he needs now is a mirror and a sword. And then he picks up the mirror. Okay, now all he needs is a sword. And then he picks up a sword. I was like, okay, Mire was really bad.
Yeah. Oh, Math Girl.
Can you blame her?
No, I know that feeling.
Yeah.
There was a seed a while back where it was a pendant pod again, and it just had everything in it.
Okay, bomb, quake, bombos, or ether. Which one? For this chest.
I'll say bombos. She's gonna be real mad. Well, no, she might be happy. Oh, no, just some slashes. Okay.
And
There's
two
no way
bombs.
she's happy at this
Oh,
point.
okay, there's the bombs.
And a fire rod.
Careful, you're running out of bombs. Careful.
Well, on the bright side, she's in go mode.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm kind of happy.
Just for good measure.
Math Girl, what are you doing? There's nothing in the dungeon.
Oh yeah, I shouldn't need that key. Oh,
she might
probably
go
needs
over
some
to
mana.
get the magic.
Yeah, she needs a bit of magic.
Or she's gonna go up and get the fairy room. She's actually totally fine. She does have all those potions, but she might be wanting to save those for later.
Love it.
Actually, no, she has enough in this room anyway.
Yeah, she'll have enough for the fight for sure. Get out of here, statue.
Nice cold stare fight. All right. Think we're going to Swamp Palace next.
Go mode Swamp
Yeah,
Palace.
seems like a good call.
And she's got Turtle Rock, yeah.
I mean, she did just get the mirror. You know, there's a bunch of mirror locations. She can visit.
I mean,
Poor math girl.
let's see. No one knows where the bug net is still, so
We don't even know where a boomerang is.
there's one on the mountain. Spectacle Rock's, I think, the red one. No, wait. I saw the red one somewhere. Oh, it's on Hyrule Water ledge
Oh,
thing.
Hylia Island?
Yeah. There's a red boomerang there.
Hey, we found a boomerang! Yay!
The best boomerang.
Math girl, why? Why?
Where is she going?
Okay, I don't
Behind.
know. Come on, math girl.
The tilt is real. The Ice Palace tilt.
Math girl, why? Stop. Math girl, why? Oh my god. She
Math girl has
knows. She
decided to-
knows.
Math Girl has decided to take the seed from a standard mode to 100% mode.
She's just messing with us at this point.
Look at that glorious map. All right, I'm going to keep watching, but I'm going to head out of the Discord chat and just get some food. So,
Alright, sounds good. GG's. GG's.
thank you guys. I'll be back next week. Have a good one.
Yeah. So while Math Girl makes her way to Argus and her 6th crystal, make sure you guys give these runners a follow. You can use the !R command to get links to their streams. Thank you, Draco, for that. Tempered Argus, pretty straightforward fight. Tempered Sword will one-shot each one of these puffs. Nice clean kill right there.
Very clean.
Math Girl making her way to Turtle Rock and her 7th crystal. We're getting there, you guys.
Secretly, this is an all dungeon seed. We just didn't tell everybody else.
Getting that super speed off of the medallion spot is pretty neat.
Huzzah.
So what happened, to answer your chat real quick, is Math Girl really hates Ice Palace and decided to go to every single possible location before dipping there. Unfortunately, there were 3 progression items in Ice Palace.
Yeah, unfortunately. Bombos, mirror, and a pointy stick.
Pick up this full magic here. Definitely gonna need that.
Nice to see that the fact that she's still continuing on, despite all that, is always the best.
Yeah, you always hate to see a runner forfeit, even if they're really far behind. It's it's good sportsmanship to continue the race anyway if you can.
Yep.
I wonder if Math Girl will skip the big chest. I don't think anybody else did it. She hit the switch. Yeah, she hit the switch, so that's typically what you do when you're going to skip the big chest. Nope, she's going outside. The bombs, not very helpful in getting across the gap. Unfortunately, that was her last bomb. She will need one in Ganon's Tower. But there are places you can find them.
Alright, Math Girl gonna like this chest, because now she knows she can skip Laser Bridge.
Yeah, it's like the one nice thing about Go Mode TR. Taking a wrong turn on the Samaria maze, though. Reset, reset. There you go.
Scenic route.
No, Math Girl. Math Girl.
She's probably taking the emergency exit. Or
Showing us some dash skips. Yo.
slight problem. Alright, Math Girl, you got this.
Tempered fight, tempered life. Let's go.
Interesting strategy.
Yeah, you see that sometimes where players will opt to kill the ice head first because the ice floor is so much more detrimental than the fire because it stays. But she switched back to the fire head after, so I'm not really sure. Either
Alright,
way,
Math Girl.
Trinex is down. We have
Go
7
pure
crystals.
left. Go pure left. Go
It is
pure left.
time for Ganon's Tower.
We know it'll be fast. At least we hope.
clunk, 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 clunk. All right, she's going to the right first, but this is pretty normal. And going to compass room. Oh no!
Rip.
This is actually a very popular way to route GT. This hybrid routing, where if you find the small key, you continue on to the compass room.
Yeah.
And like we were talking about before, there's really no good reason to pick one route or another in GT, except in that meta aspect of what do you think your opponent did. And in a big player race like this, like there's going to be somebody who did every route.
Exactly. It's really just like, what do you feel? Do you feel it's going to be the right one? Do you feel it's the right play? I mean, literally every time I run GT, I'm like, okay, this is my two ways. I either, depending on my first options, like the first two chests, determines if I basically stay right or if I do Dark Magician route, for example. I actually don't like going left.
Full left, where you just go immediately to Southwest Room and onto Random Room, is generally a worse play than the Hope routing, where you check the two on the right first. Just because most people are going to check the two on the right, and you lose by such a huge margin if there was the big key in those two chests.
Well, I should say after Hope. I do Hope left.
Yeah, the Hope route I think is the most common routing.
Hey,
followed by the hybrid routing with the small key, and then Dark Magician.
Boomerang! Come on, Boomerang! Come on! Aw. Hey, bombs! She needed those. Go, Math Girl, go! You got a date with a wizard! He was a jerk, though, and he got the top floor. I wish there was a way to get rid of BMO statues. Just saying. I mean, all the others, all the titles, you can throw a bomb at them.
I read somewhere you can kill a BMO statue if you shoot 100 arrows into it.
Sweet! Only problem. You can only hold 70. Crud.
Well, there's 5 arrows in the pot.
Yeah, 75. Still 25 short.
Option for medallion strats to these gauntlet rooms.
Why not?
This is actually a really fantastic way to get to these gauntlet rooms for players who have a lot of trouble with them. The gauntlet rooms they're very dangerous before you know like all the RNGs and all the different ways to get through them.
Yep. Bombos and or Quake.
This is exactly how I did these rooms when I
Just
first started
don't
playing.
use ether. Just don't use ether. That's the only thing we'll say. Just don't use ether.
We
You'll be
use
in for a
ether
bad
in the
time.
Stalfos room.
In the Stalfos room, yes, but all the other ones, nah, because it'll just freeze the enemies, and then you have to wait. You have to kill them, and it's annoying.
Yeah, this is a great strategy in Randomizer. You were full life, Mathco. Gosh darn it. She thinks fairies are super tasty. Yeah, that's probably what happened, Super Memo World. She was just delaying in that room to cause the Lamos to spawn at the same time and get an easy triple spin. Place the block just a little too low. She's got it. Oh, nearly ran out of magic there. Nom nom nom. More fairies, yummy.
Nom nom nom.
Nice Moldorm kill.
And the only one with the hookshot equipped missed initially.
Oh, did everybody else forget? It's a sword?
Yeah, no one else had the hookshot equipped.
I've been known to do that as well.
I'll admit I have to. Come on, wizard! There we go! One boss remains!
You know, I believe the lore explanation for that Frozen is that killing Agatu weakens the barrier between the light and dark worlds, and allowing the bird to come through and help out Link at a very opportune time. It's a little flimsy, if you ask me, but that's their explanation for it. Oh, it didn't fall off. Okay, we're good. Nice silverless slash. No, taking a fall. Yeah, that can happen to anybody. The idea there is to be as close enough to get in to slash him right when he finishes his teleport. But if you're just off a little bit and miss the slash, you almost certainly get hit by the fire bat. Using cave strats in phase 2 is actually really efficient. Not every position is it even possible to get 12 hits in with the Tempered Sword, and the cape only costs you 2 menus compared to getting a whole extra cycle, which is way more time. All right, we got 1 silver in. There's our second. Get another hit here. All right, 1 more relight. Oh, that fire bat, though. And here it is, the last silver arrow. Bottle. Arrow. We got him. Pig is down.
Huzzah! She did it!
And Math Girl finishes in 27th place with a time of 2:34.57.
Huzzah!
I sure hope we get an interview.
Yep, I hope so.
I want to hear exactly how much she hates Ice Palace.
But yeah, this was a seed.
Definitely. It's pretty crazy with 3 progression items being an Ice Palace like that.
Hello.
Hi, Math.
Hello.
Girl.
Oh, I can't hear you guys.
We can talk louder.
There we go.
Sorry.
I can hear you now.
Oh, hi,
Yeah.
Math Girl. Yeah.
Thanks.
So I think the big question on everyone's mind is, what did Ice Palace do to you, and why do you hate it?
Mirror and Bombos and a tempered sword, isn't that enough?
Well, no, we're talking in past lives.
Because you went everywhere you could possibly go before going to Ice Palace.
So the main thing behind that was I didn't have money for potions, and I only had single magic.
Okay.
Okay, so it was a cold stare issue. He's big and scary. I can definitely relate to that.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
just unfortunate the Ice Palace locked so much in this game.
I really didn't want to go there before I had money for a potion. Anyway, though, when I was headed to Ice Palace, it's like, did I miss something? Oh gosh, I'm gonna be the laughing stock to everybody if I forgot something like escape or something.
You know, I did that like yesterday or the day before. on the restream, I skipped a Dark Cross sword and ended up losing a bunch of time because of that.
Oh my. Did we
Fortunately,
ever...
you didn't skip anything. It's just everything was an ice.
Yeah, I mean, there was one chest I wasn't sure if I actually got, but it's like, it's a little too late to go back if I didn't.
Well, GG's all the same, and good on you for finishing it out. I know it's I know how if it can feel pretty bad when you see people finishing so quickly, like well before you're even close to go mode.
Oh, not really. I'm used to being bad.
I don't think you were being bad. It's just the items just didn't line up for you in a way that made it easy for you to make that decision to go to ice. Like I imagine if you had a bunch of money, like if there was just like 1,000 rupees in Hype Cave or something, we would have seen you go into ice a lot sooner.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, that was the big thing.
You know, and even basically full clearing the game, your collection was only 166.
I mean, I got to skip like all the mirror locations.
I was gonna say she got to skip a lot of the mirror stuff.
It was a quick big key too. Guinness Tower.
That's
Yeah. Pretty much. I think that might be the lowest collection rate in a non-Plando I've ever had. But, yeah. Oh, did you see my file name?
Yes. Yeah. Duke was explaining that to me earlier.
Yes, the Wind Waker SD barrier skip is now a thing.
Fun times to be had for sure.
Yep.
I was mind blown when I found out earlier today.
Yeah, I saw that message and I saw that tweet about that, and I was like, I don't play Wind Waker, but I'm like, I know the barrier skip, and I'm like, oh wow, they found it in standard. That's gonna be crazy. Is pretty much all I say.
17 years later?
Yep.
Well, I think we're about ready to
Hey,
close up.
Hey,
the stream.
Tingle, we don't need you no more.
I mean,
Was there
there's
Was there any more thoughts you had to share about the seed, Math Girl, before we turn it off?
No. GG's to everybody. I'll be sure to watch this back later.
For sure. Well, thank you so much, Math Girl, for finishing that race for us. I know it was a long and involved seed, but good on you for playing it out to the end. And
was a lot of
make
fun.
sure, guys, to give all of these runners a follows: Math Girl, Runner Watcher, Julian Ninja, and Sick Nasty, aka Yet Sant Kicks. And thank you guys so much for helping. Trackers, Mr. Big T Anderson, Mr. Scrub Ninja, and my co-commentator, Duke Firebird. Give all them a follow as well.
Yes, thank you so much for joining me in the booth, Koi. So
Absolutely.
it's definitely a pleasure.
And guys, make sure to stay tuned to Speed Gaming channels for more speed running fun. I have no idea what's on the schedule, but I do need to go to bed.
There's a lot of Metroid going on right now, actually.
Well, that sounds like a lot
lots
of
of
fun.
Metroid. They actually got something going on the main channel. Let me pull it up real quick. And I will say to any of our viewers in California, please be safe. I just found out that there was another earthquake.
Yikes.
Yeah. And this one reached pretty far. From what I was told, I have a friend that's in Vegas, and they were feeling it. And it was like, ugh. Yeah, it looks like over on Speed Gaming 1, the original, we have Metroid Prime for the Metroid Marathon. And... hold on. Yep, Metroid Prime going on until about 12:15-ish. And then they're gonna... Actually, nope. Then Super Metroid, and then Other M. Some more Super Metroid. They got a lot of stuff going on.
It sounds like a good time.
Mhm.
All right, guys. I think that's it for us. Have a safe night, a wonderful day tomorrow, and lots of GGs all around to everybody involved.
Yep.
So, I'll see you, Duke. I'll see you, Twitch chat. Goodbye.
Yep. Catch you guys next rando. Thanks for coming.